everybody, it's Christian Stevens, or as my associates call me, DJ BBQ. That ain't marvelous. Smashing little pips, chop chop, hello. Well, I've been in England for quite some time, and I've been getting accustomed to their diet and their food items, and one of their main sources of protein and starch and power is sausage and mashed potatoes. Bangers and mash, the UK public know them by. So today, I'm gonna make that dish. You know, we've had all kind of versions of it in America, but this is just classic English cooking, and it works so well in the evening. You know, good lunchtime dish. If you get to a pub, sausage mash, you know you can't go wrong. So we're gonna do a lovely caramelized onion gravy from scratch. And then I've also got some great potatoes I've already peeled. And then, so these are these beautiful sausages from my local butchery Billings, and today is sausage day. So I got these beef ones, I've got these caramelized and sweet pepper pork ones. The Alabamas are oak smoked paprika, celery seed, pimento. And then down here are called choquitos, which I think have got Indian chilies in there, so super spicy. So they're gonna go into a pan. So they're gonna go into the oven at about 180 for about 20 minutes. I'll check them, make sure they got the right color and they're cooked all the way through. Okay, so now I'm gonna get my potatoes ready, man. So I've already peeled them, and now I'm just gonna chunk them up into quarters so they cook nice and quick. And you basically wanna cook these until you can get that knife nicely in there. You can tell when they're nice and soft, they're gonna mash well. That's usually around 18 to 20 minutes. All right, so the potatoes are going into some boiling salty water. Now, it's the turn of the gravy. So, and in said pan, I'm gonna get some big old tablespoon of olive oil and butter, because everything tastes better with butter. I'm gonna melt that down, and then I'm gonna add my onions. So what I've done is I've chopped up half a big onion, and that's gonna go in, finely chopped. And then I'm gonna caramelize them, like, you know, slow cook them, add a little bit of salt, pepper, and sugar. And then I'm gonna add all the rest. So the onions are softening up, the potatoes are boiling, the sausages are cooking in the oven. And now I'm gonna start adding extra ingredients for my gravy. And I'm just gonna chop up some oak smoked garlic. Oak smoked garlic, beautiful. Go sweet. Like, say you got your grill outside and you're done cooking. Throw a couple bulbs of garlic in there, and then have some charcoal on the other side, and throw some wood chunks on there. Or maybe just put a big chunk of wood and just let it overnight, just let it kind of smolder and smoke that garlic. In goes the garlic. So I'm doing a really low heat now, because if you cook the garlic too hot, it goes bitter. Okay, so there's our onions, our garlic, and now I'm just gonna add a tiny bit of sugar. This is raw cane sugar. It's beautiful. I use it in my coffee. It's just gorgeous. Probably the best sugar I've ever used. Just a tiny bit. A little bit of sweet to go against the pungency of the garlic and the onions. Just a little bit. Because if you put too much in there, it'll turn into candy. Like, because we're caramelizing it. And now I'm gonna start adding a bit of flour to the oil, the butter, and the onions. So I'm just gonna slowly add the flour. It's kind of the same base you would use for like making a pie, a chicken pie. So if you keep stirring it, the flour doesn't clump up and you get little kind of flour balls, which you don't want. You want the flour to soak into the oil and the butter, become one. Get a room. Good, now, so onion, butter, a little bit of oak smoked garlic, and then the flour. And now I'm gonna add some stock. So you can use like stuff like this, beef stock pots and things like that, or you can buy gravy granules. But I made a bone stock from bone marrow, which I am gonna do that video for you. I kind of ran out of time today, but I will do it for you guys, where I roasted some bone marrow with some onions and celery and carrots all in this big stock pot and just cooked it for 10 hours. So that's what's in here. So I'm gonna slowly add this. You can use a vegetable stock. I'm going kind of hearty and beefy and bone marrowy, but with onions and carrots and celery, just lovely stuff. A really nice, refreshing kind of bone broth. I've been cooking a lot with bones, recently, so waste not, want not. Finish turkey, cook everything down from the bones. There's nutrients in the bones, especially in the bone marrow. That's the beautiful stuff. Just loosen all that kind of roux, all that kind of flour and onions. We're gonna get loosened up. And the beauty of like a bone stock, like a beef bone or veal bones, they make great stocks. Just make huge batches of it. Carrie Ann, one of the food tube family, she's always championing batch cooking, making big batches of stuff, and you can freeze it. I got like just tubs of like bone broths and chilies and beef stocks, and I got a big old everything pie in there. It's like a chicken pie with everything in it. So good. I got a quick little tip for you guys. Just a little glug of soy sauce in your gravy. You got that kind of umami vibe, that kind of salty beautifulness. Just a little bit in there. Like when they say season to taste, that's kind of one of my favorite seasonings. A little bit of soy sauce, and then it goes lovely and kind of nice brown color. It was kind of more whitish, a white gravy, a flour gravy. When you go to the South, like biscuits and gravy, it's kind of like just a flour gravy. Okay, so now I'm gonna test my potatoes. Please, fingers, don't fail me now. They're getting there. They're still a bit hard. I still need that knife to go really easy into the potatoes. I don't want any kind of, pressure saying, don't come in. Just say, come on in, and then leave, and then come on in. I'll be doing an English accent, aren't I? Yeah, just welcome to my luscious, soft, potatoey inside, DJ BBQ. Then you go in, and it's really easy to get in there. Right now, they're still giving me a bit of like, we're not ready yet. Just chill, okay? Just chill out. DJ BBQ. The gravy's almost there. I'm just gonna add a tiny little spoonful of mustard, just a tiny bit. I want that kind of sharpness to go with my lovely kind of beef stock flour gravy. Caramelized onion, beef stock, a little bit of soy sauce, a little bit of mustard, just for that sharpness, for the depth of flavor. That's going really good. All right, thank you, Mr. Mustard. Thank you, flour. You guys have been really good. Thank you, cane sugar. Sausages are looking good. The potatoes. What's your favorite comfort food? Tell me. Comment below. This is like so many English people's favorite comfort food. Oh my gosh. They're still, I think, did you see that? Did you see that? That was smooth, right? So the potatoes have been on the oven for about 18 minutes. They're nice and soft. They're ready for the cream, the butter, to make them and the beating, to make them into mashed potatoes. So I'm gonna grab a big old spoonful of butter, make that 2. Depends on how healthy you want to be, but I also want to have lovely flavor with my butter. It's usually butter and milk, but I'm going to be a bit naughty, a bit decadent. I'm going to add a bit of cream, so that goes in. Wouldn't be British without cream, right? I've got my cream and my butter now, and I'm going to add some milk. Here's the key with mashed potatoes. Potatoes are all different. Your quantities are always different. So I just start with a couple bits of butter, some milk, some cream, and then I start, mashing it all up. And as I mash, I have a look at the texture, I whip it around, and then I see where I'm at. I'm seeing, does it need more moisture? Because it's hard to take the moisture away, but you can always add more. You can always add more cream, you can always add more butter. And now I'm gonna start adding some seasoning. This is a key one, okay? This is ground white pepper. And then some salt. And then I'm just gonna keep mashing away. And it looks still a bit dry, so I'm gonna add a little bit more butter and a bit more cream. And I just keep adding until it's got that beautiful consistency that I want. Now it's starting to feel right. It's starting to feel like mashed potatoes. So they're mashing beautifully. That's got the consistency. This is it. This is all feeling really good. And they are getting there. Oh, it smells phenomenal. All right, so I've mashed all the potatoes, and now it's the whipping. I'm gonna whip my potatoes. I've done the mash, but you also gotta do the whip. And what the whip does, it makes them all nice and fluffy. You get air little pockets in there, so. Oh my gosh, this is proper, just, you know, instead of doing like a Sunday roast, make yourself some mashed potatoes. And this is where you're gonna give yourself a workout. Properly whip them. Now, mashed potatoes are really important to people. Remember that episode of Friends when they're doing Thanksgiving or some holiday episode and Ross wanted his mashed potatoes, I think, maybe smooth, and Joey wanted them lumpy, or was it the other way around? I don't know if you know, comment below. Is that the same episode where Joey ended up with the big turkey or chicken on his head? Remember that one? How do you like your mashed potatoes? You tell me. I kind of go in between. I like little chunks of potatoes, and then I kind of like them whipped. I feel like there's little chunks. I know they're homemade. You can smell that little white pepper kind of coming through. Okay, the sausages are done. It's time to plate up and mange. Now, I don't know how many people did this when they were kids, but I would make a lake in my mash, okay? So you can put your sausages around here, but you could cascade it, but as a kid I would like make I would dip a little hole in there. Who did that? You know, with a spoon, and then make a lake for your gravy. Gravy lakes. Man, they rule. There's our mash. Let's surround the mash with these amazing sausages. The Alabama, the Chiquito, the caramelized and sweet pepper, those beef ones. So much goodness. Look at these guys. And then the piece de resistance. That lovely gravy, that caramelized onion gravy. And then you just let that cascade over everything. And there you have it. DJ Barbecue's Bangers and Mash. 4 amazing sausages, a big old mountain of mashed potatoes, creamy, beautiful mashed potatoes, and then that caramelized onion gravy. Okay, my favorite bit of the whole cooking process, eating. I think I'm gonna open this really spicy one here. It's got, I think, the Indian chilies. England. That is so good. This reminds me of going to the pub. Yeah, that was the Indian chili. Oh my gosh, dude, watch out for those ones on the back, okay? They're gonna get you. Whoo! Man, everything just went warm inside my esophagus. Oh. Whoo. Whee, those are hot. Man, super good, super tasty. DJ Barbecue's Bangers and Mash. Sausage and mashed potatoes with an amazing gravy. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I'm DJ Barbecue, and that is my Bangers and Mash. Comment below, let me know what you want me to cook for you guys. This is one that was requested loads of times, so I finally did it. Thanks for asking. Thanks for watching. Go fast, take chances. Remember, you can't get hurt in the air, and speed's your friend. Shred the rad. I'm going back in for the hot one.